There is always that adage that you shouldn't pull Hu Tao when you play on mobile because she is just literally unplayable. And there was this saying that mobile players were always going to be inferior to console or PC players. Alright, let the Slime King have a word with y'all. Today, we'll be comparing the mobile experience versus the PC experience and whether or not there truly is a skill gap between them. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening YouTube, it's your Slime King Dojima Man and welcome to another video. Let me start off by saying that the Genshin experience on PC is objectively better. However, there has been this plague that has spread, a notion, if you will, that a mobile player just can't be as skilled as a PC player. Well, let me tell you, there are thousands of PC players out there that suffer more of a skill issue than most mobile players ever will. And that's saying something because playing on PC is already objectively easier. First, let's compare my Abyss runs on mobile and then on PC. For demonstration purposes, we'll be using floor 12 chamber 1 only as it is the hardest floor where most people struggle with. I'll be using the same teams for both platforms and we'll be comparing the clear times and rotational efficiency of both runs. Before we begin, let me preface this by saying that I was a long-time mobile player that recently switched to PC in late January. So I haven't played in mobile in months. So PC will have more of an advantage, but even with that, I doubt it will make a difference. The team for the first half will be Sukokomon and the team for the second half will be Hu Tao Double Geo. Why did I pick these teams? That's simple. Sukokomon has a very high rotational difficulty to it that some players might say is unusable on mobile. And Hu Tao is one of the most mechanically demanding characters in the game. They say that you can't reach anywhere close to her peak combos in mobile. So these two teams are the perfect representations to show you what the real gap in PC versus mobile is.
無駄な努力をやめたらさようなら雨描き方しこの件はわかるか
揺らぐことなし天道万象やった
取るに足らないわ降参しなさい無駄な努力をありうるかこの件はわかるかい
天理チョーク
その命いただいたわ股間奥義雨描き方し
As you can see, the mobile run wasn't far off from the PC run. Obviously, there are some variances because of the RNG grouping and movements of the enemies, but the point is still the same. To take that even farther at a good skill level, there is barely a difference between them. Obviously, my Sukokomon was smoother on PC. Rotations will generally feel smoother on PC just because you have more fine control over everything, but still, the runs weren't far off. But my Hu Tao run, however, on PC actually performed a bit worse, and that was because I was doing my N2 CD cancels a little too well. That when the bishops get staggered, I miss my charge attack as Hu Tao simply stays in place, while in mobile, I can't do the cancels as cleanly, therefore she actually lunges forward a bit, therefore the staggers don't affect her at all. So this just goes to show that mobile players are not at a handicap when it comes to rotational execution. If anything, this truly shows that anyone ever telling you that you should play Genshin on PC ASAP to get better in the game or have a better experience is outright false. Now, these clear times might not be the same for every player, but this serves its purpose. It shows truly that playing on mobile will not decrease your skill in playing this game. Playing on mobile, even with touch controls, is still a very viable option. Of course, there are pros and cons to mobile. Objectively speaking, PC is still the far superior experience. The pros of mobile are that you can play Genshin literally anywhere. Its controls, while it may appear clunky at first, feels very fluid once you get used to it. For some, the fact that you can't assign numbers to your units is a downside. However, there is a degree of fluidity there. You can switch into a unit with a simple tap, and those taps flow seamlessly to the next unit and to the next. All these touches, all these taps, make you feel like a maestro, meticulously orchestrating the masterpiece that is your rotation. The cons are of course lesser graphical fidelity as compared to PC. You also see less of the screen by virtue of your phone's small-ass screen. And the big elephant in the room, FPS. If you don't have an iPhone or a high-end Android phone, the FPS will never be at a consistent 60. And that is where I think most mobile players struggle. It's actually not the skill issue that's holding them back, it's the frame drops and the lag they suffer in a high particle and density scenario that cause their phones to overheat and struggle. However, let this be a lesson. Mobile players are just as good as PC players. No character in this game, no team in this game needs to be played on PC or console. Don't follow poll recommendations solely based on the platform you are playing on. Do you truly think there is that much of a skill gap between PC or mobile? Tell me down in the comments below, or better yet, come at me at Twitch at twitch.tv/thejimaman, where I stream Genshin almost every day. This is our parting. Oh, and by the way, link to my Discord, the Slime Kingdom, will also be down in the comments. Feel free to praise the Slime King. Farewell.